good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's another edition of Politics on the Streets on Newspoint TV, where we discuss political and trending issues. To, Today we're looking at the 50 billion student loan the federal government approved for every student in the tertiary institution. How far will the funds be utilized? We'll go on a short break, and when we are back, we'll bring our guests on point. Thank you.
If you get 35 houses now only
To this point TV, Mr. Jamiu, it's a pleasure to always have you on our political show on this point TV. On today on Politics on the Street, the federal government has approved 50 billion for student loan. Now, today it's a very good development. But sir, we look at the criteria in which a student needs to go through before he or she gets this loan. Now, before a student is what entitled to get this loan, he or she must be an undergraduate student, and then again, he or she should also know a level 15 PAMSEC that will attest to that student. And then also you must also get a lawyer that would guarantee you. After that, the student will now proceed to his head of department in your school. So your HOD will also attest to you. So after that, the HOD will not collect the same document and then transfer it to the dean of the school. Now, the dean of the school will now transfer this document to the VC. The VC will now collect this data and then go to Abuja. Just because the federal government is want to give out student loan, do you think this process is a welcome development?
Anyway, thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And nice to have me this afternoon.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Actually, as I always said, this country is a scam.
It's a scam.
Yes,
but you are a supporter of Bola Ahmed Ashwaji.
Yes, of course, I'm a supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But at the same time, let me lie to you, this country, I believe the way he wanted to run this country, you understand me now? I don't think this useless people is going to make it. He's going to let him do the right thing. So that is the cabinet, the people that he puts in there, in his cabinet.
But see,
because the reason why we like him, the reason why we vote him, the Lagos we have today, we know how he built it. Okay? You understand me now? So that is the reason why we have been following him. But now, we have said something else now, presently now. You want to give a loan to students in Nigeria. Look at the criteria that they have to go through before they could be able to access to that loan. And let me lie to you, they have our numbers, they have our account number. That is the reason why they ask us to go and do what do you call it? Is it NIN or what do you call it? BBN and all those stuff. Now you want to give out loan. How many billion do you come?
50 billion.
50 billion loan.
Approved.
Let me tell you something. Okay, look at what you just mentioned now, that a student has to have before they could be able to access to that loan.
Now,
that is the reason why I said this is a scam.
Okay, sir.
It's a scam. In the sense that, let me lie to you now, a student that his mother or his father trying to send to school, you understand me now? Okay. Through the wearable that their mother is selling, 30 something. You understand me now? At the end of the day, the father or the mother send them to the school. You understand? At the end of the school, they finish the school, no job. Now you say you want to assist them now, but look at what the criteria that they say they needed. My brother, scam money. The truth. So don't let me lie to you. That money, my own opinion is this. Let them forget about the student loan. Let them look for something doing. Organize something that if our students or our children come out from school, they will be able to have something doing. Not that they will finish after the school, not that they will finish school and they will still be carry their what we call the certificate up and down looking for a job. You understand me now? But this loan that they say they approve now, don't let me lie to you, it's a scam. The loan, not everybody that will be able to access to it. That's the truth. And meanwhile, the people in charge of those loan that you are talking about, the people in charge, they are the one that are going to They are the one that go to embezzle the money. That's the truth. They are the one that go to embezzle
So
it
now,
because they will tell people that they've given out this amount, of which is a lie.
eh,
So it's a scam. So let him look for something that is something that he can use the money for that will benefit those students. You understand? In terms of look for a job, create a job for them after school. They will see something doing. At the end of the month, they will be seeing something. Even though it's a token, you understand? They will see something go and take home for their mother that sent them to school.
eh,
We didn't ask them for loan, student loan. We did not. What we need is better Nigeria. That's
a
the truth. A
better.
better Nigeria.
So
That's what we
so
needed.
Nigerians and then Nigerian students are not asking the government for
Let's
a loan.
let's forget
So
about that
what
one.
we need
It's a scam.
is a better
It's
Nigeria.
a better Nigeria.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
It's a
And then,
scam.
sir, away from that,
Mhm.
the Minister of FCT,
Mm.
the president of Yeson Wike,
Okay.
has said that the president has approved a huge sum of money for them to purchase tracking equipment. Do you think this tracking equipment will curb insecurity in Abuja? At least
Not in Abuja alone. In Nigeria, is it the only Abuja they want to
that
buy
was what the minister said.
the what do you call it tracking equipment?
Yes.
And that's rubbish.
So you think
Is it the only
tracking
Abuja
equipment?
that will have insecurity in this country?
But
The answer is no.
now, for now, Abuja is still a no-go area when it comes to terrorism and then banditry. I think
Is it supposed to
it's
be?
on the list.
Is it supposed to be? For you to know all this banditry and terrorism, those things, the insecurity that we are seeing in Abuja presently now, ask them. They are still the one in charge of all those things. They are politicians that
Should
do
we
all
ask
those. All
our
those
leaders?
politicians, not our leaders, politicians.
They are our leaders.
Politicians, ask them. They are the one in charge of those insecurity in Abuja and insecurity in Nigeria. They are the one.
So they are
They are the one. Wọn ò fẹ́ ká rọ́kàn balẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ọgbọ́n náà ò ní rọ́kàn balẹ̀. That's the truth. They are the one in charge of that insecurity in this country.
what
So
you're
leave
saying
that
is
story.
that they are the one orchestrating security
They
in
are the
Nigeria
one.
just
They
to
are is politicians. Is politicians. They are the one in charge of all those insecurities in this country. So what are we talking about? So now you said they approve a sum of money for what do you call it for minister of FCT,
FCT,
which is in the
Wiki,
person of Wike, who is
Wiki,
in Wike and what do you call it.
yes,
Now, is it the only Abuja that
to
want to use it for?
purchase.
So that is all. The tracking this thing is meant for the rich people, not for the poor people like us. So
If I
that
may
we
get you,
cannot go out.
sorry, pardon me.
Mm,
If I may get you,
mm,
what I'm saying is that those tractors,
mm,
all those equipment
mm.
will not be placed where the foreign people lives, where the poor masses live.
The first person that what do you call it? Okay, you see an average person can live in Abuja. I work in Abuja before, and I stayed in Abuja
Really?
for almost five years.
Mm.
An ordinary person, an average person can never live in Abuja that you see. You see Asokoro or that area 10, just area 10. If you want to get a house there, it's millions. Okay, where do I get million from? So anybody that is living in Abuja, don't let me lie to you. That person, he has money. Not everybody that is there that have money. You understand? Don't misquote me.
But
But
those
I tell you that
eyebrow,
the people that is living in Abuja, they know themselves. Say you understand me now. So definitely the tracking
equipment.
equipment that they wanted to buy now, they use it because of their own safety.
So now,
It's because of their own safety.
in summary, are you saying the government, anything the president shouldn't have approved that money for the FCT minister?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
It's a welcome idea. If they are going to get that detective or what we call the machine, if they are going to do it in the whole 36 states, not only in Abuja, is it only Abuja will have insecurity in this country? Is it only Abuja will have what we call the terrorism in this country? The answer is no. So let them have it in 36 states, not only in Abuja. Look at what we call the Jos.
Yes.
They are facing the same thing there. Look at Plateau. They are facing the same thing there. So what are we talking about? So it's not only in Abuja. So let them have it in the whole 36 states. Yeah, exactly. And don't let me lie to you. All this insecurity and this terrorism that we are facing in this country. You know, I told you earlier.
Sure, you did.
So it's politicians. They know how to catch them, but they don't want to. You understand me? They know the people in charge of all this rubbish, this security that we are today in this country. They know. They know. They are politicians. So what are we talking about?
Thank you for always coming to the show.
No problem. You always
Pleasure
welcome, my brother.
is ours to always have you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
I can't pay Fatima. Cook on ye what I do with my money.
Good morning to you, Mr. Very wonderful Tuesday morning to you. Now, on today, on politics on the street. Now, the federal government has approved 50 billion naira loan, student loan. Now, this is as they are coming, this is as a result of federal, most universities have hiked their tuition fee. So as to cushion the effect of this hike in our tertiary institution, the federal government has now approved billion for student loan. And now before you meet, now there are some there's there there are criteria attached to that student loan. You must be an undergraduate of a tertiary institution first, and then you must know a level 15 farm sec that would that would that would that would attest to it. And then also you must know a lawyer. You must lawyer must be your guarantor. After that, you need to submit those documents to your HOD, head of department in your tertiary institution. After submitting that, the HOD will now forward your name to the dean of the student affairs. So after the dean of student affairs, your dean of student affairs will now compile your name and take it to the VC of the vice chancellor of that school. The vice chancellor will not take those documents, move to Abuja where funds will be disbursed to the students. Do you think this is a welcome development in our education sector?
It might just, from what you just explained now, it looks as if it is a welcome development, but it has 10 bases of fraud and interference.
What an
Yes, looking at it that way. I don't know whether why they should could name it student loan. When you say student loan, you are restricting it to a certain class of people in the society, and which is to me, I think, is a very wrong way to go in that regard, because most of those students you are talking about that do not want to go into skill development will definitely have issues on how to go about those funds. We are condemning it student loan. It's wrong completely.
strong.
Yeah, it's completely. There are over the 30% of people, Nigerian youth, who are supposed to benefit or who don't have opportunity to go to school. What are your plans for them? And these are the people who contribute a major workforce or skilled force, that if empowered, they contribute directly, to the economy. So why could naming it student loan? I think there is something missing there. And secondly, a lot of people are seeing it as a good development, to empower skills in this part of the country. But I'm having a problem now because of, the problem is why code naming it student loan. We wanted to see a situation where this fund can be still, for skill development fund. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that it will accommodate people who don't have the resources to go to university, who don't have resources to go to polytechnics, who don't have resources. There are millions of families like that. They have children, they cannot be able because of the situation in the country. So the government is always getting it wrong, often and on.
Now, do you think these processes I have mentioned to you would it be seamless process? Now, as a Nigerian coming from the fact that corruption has been a major endemic, corruption is endemic in our system. Do you think students will not be forced to pay a certain amount of money before they could get this?
But most civilized, like, let me give you instances like a country like China. You don't need secular education for you to be very productive. We know that production, anybody that owns production owns the society. So we do not need this class the government is talking about. What we were supposed to be hearing now is skilled development fund. It's very simple, so that it will accommodate a lot of people. But that notwithstanding, for me, I think it's an added value, because there's no job anywhere, and most of the undergraduates or people who have graduated from any of the university, because of the job employment issue, they will have something to fall back to. But let me tell you, most of them will not be as committed. And secondly, the issue of how this process is going to work is another factor, because we don't a situation where it will end, the funds will end in private banks, in private
How
pockets.
are you?
Of course, now policies like this has been tried over and over, in the time past, and at the end of the day, we did not see the direct impact on the society. You understand? So they should look for a way, where this thing will be strictly technologically driven, so that people, it will bypass human interference. Yeah, the interference in in that regard. So if we don't do that, we will see at the end of the day, this money will end in private pockets. But the way I'm having problem is that I think that the government is not actually, see, even those that went to university, most of them cannot be as skilled as, most of them will not want to go into skilled development, compared to people, who don't have that privilege, or are looking for funds, to get one skill or the other, in order to meet the economic challenges, that they are facing respectively. So for me, I think this thing is just uh, a cosmetic approach, yes, to the issues of skill development in the country.
Now, thank you for that. Now, away from that now, the Deputy Minister, the President of Yes Omike, has said that the President has approved 20 million naira for them to purchase tracking equipment in FCT to solve the issue of insecurity. Do you think that's a welcome development? And then by so doing, this tracking target to solve insecurity,
Mr. Dave, Nigeria is a funny country.
only country or
Yes,
that
it's a corrupt nation. Nigeria is not serious about leadership. Are you trying to tell me after 60 years or thereabout, Nigeria is talking about acquiring equipment to track
tracking
people who are involved in kidnapping, how the funds are moved from
is it
one
a
bank to
welcome development?
no? Bros, you see, if an FCT minister or the president himself is coming out to say something like that at this point in time, my brother, it should be totally, he should know that it's a total write-off for Nigeria as a nation, having produced civilian presidents since 1999 to date. They cannot be able to acquire the device that can monitor security challenges in the country. Forget this thing they are saying, they are not ready yet for the security problem in the country. They are talking about acquiring device. So, bros, forget about it. They know what they are doing. We know Nigerians are beginning to understand the direction. So a lot of Nigerians begin to understand the factor about Nigeria. It's all about fraud. Leadership in Nigeria is all about fraud. Forget the paparazzi you are seeing everywhere. Go right down to the grassroots and find out how Nigerians are feeling. You understand? Security is local. Security, providing security is supposed to be a local thing. Forget acquiring. I want acquiring, they put it in Abuja solely for them. They put it in their offices solely for them. What of the woman that is in the farm? Who is going to protect her?
No, sorry. I'm saying that move is not a good move.
Bros, they just want to siphon. That's just the
Siphon
game.
what?
Money, loot. See, bros, if you have been to government before, you understand what I'm trying to talk about. You know that before you take over, take money from government coffers, you have to arrange a certain program. that will enable the CBN, the Accountant General of the Federation, to sign out money. These are means of looting. When they are serious, we want to see a woman, a man, right inside the farmland, being protected. And if the divide the acquire is going to protect a woman in Benue, is he going to protect a woman in Plateau that's being killed on daily basis? It's just to be a pure scam. There's nothing to write home about.
There's nothing to write about.
That is the thing.
Thank you for coming on this point. It's always my pleasure to have you on this
tó
platform.
máa pọ̀ vitamin C máa tún dá mi sí all for me.
To you, Mr.
Yeah,
Raphael.
good morning, David.
A very wonderful morning to be on this point. TV, keeping it on the street where the political show where we discuss politics
Yeah.
on the streets of Lagos. So today on the streets of politics, the federal government has approved 50 billion for student loan. Approved 50 billion for student loan. And now what we're looking at the criteria of this loan. Now, before a student is entitled to this loan, a student must be that student, he or she should be an undergraduate student first. Secondly, that student should at least get a letter from a level 15 farm sec, farm secretary. That's a lawyer would also guarantee, will stand as a guarantor for such student. After that, the student will not take the document to your head of to your HOD of your department. HOD of the department. Then after that, the HOD will not convey the document to your dean of your faculty. After that, the dean of the faculty will not convey the document to the vice chancellor of the university. So these are the process for a student to acquire the student loan. Do you think it is a welcome development going through this process just because of 150,000 naira that will be dispersed to that student? And then what of after going through all these processes, what if the student does not get this loan? How would you, as a Nigerian, how would you, do you think it is a welcome development, or the federal government should scrap this process and then go through
another process? Yes, you see one thing, I don't like, this kind of tedious, let me use the word punishment, because like you said earlier, what after going through these protocols, voluminous protocols, and it happens that the student in question fails to get this financial grant.
Yes.
How do we see it? So that's a good point anyway. See, let me tell you, it's a good move so that students will be benefiting. That's bursary award, is it?
Exactly.
Yes, it's bursary award. It's a good move so that Nigerian students should, benefit from bursary award, and it's gonna, help our standard of educational system. Because what to understand now is not the students in question are not no coming one, newly enlisted or enrolled students, but they are undergraduates who are in the schools, in the system already. So I like it. It's a welcome idea. But what happened is that the protocol, the process to secure this money, before they could give them this money, it's so tiring, so tiresome. It's a process that is overstretched. Uninteresting process. Very, very uninteresting. It makes everything look so tedious and overstretched. So let me say, if they actually need to help Nigerian students, to pay them is not difficult. You follow the school index. They were paying school fees. They are paying school fees. Follow the index of the payment at the responsible appropriate department. Follow the index, the payrolls, how they pay their school fees to the tertiary institution. Someone is in charge. In the secondary school in those days, we call them buzzer.
Yes.
I think
Up to date, they see the buzzer.
they are still the buzzer. So you follow that index. It is as easy as ABC. I think understand. Or you bring their names. The school authority should map out their names. They use the bank payment index as well. The particular bank they are operating, the banks they are operating with. You follow their accounts, names. I think understand. So there are many indexes that could have enhancing this payment to become an easy something, easy process. See, going through all this, oh my God, I don't see it coming. I don't see it in reality, but I don't see it
Do
coming.
you think the funds will be siphoned?
It will be siphoned. That's why I tell you. See, the reason why they make the process so long, so uninteresting and tedious is that it won't get to the students. Before it get to the students, the amount, the per amount you are calling 150,000 would have reduced to 90,000 or 80,000.
What if the money gets to the student?
If money goes to the students, 150,000, I think is a welcome. I love that. If the money gets to the students, it's okay. But what happens now is that before that money gets to the students, a particular session has already expired. I'm telling you, if you start going through this process, it's gonna take months. By then, the educational section must have, expired. Now I'm telling you because it's too over stressed, tedious.
Okay, now see, away from that, the current Minister of FCT, yes, Wike, has come out to tell Nigerians that the president has approved some certain amount of money for him to get tracking equipment, tracking gadgets in FCT. Now, do you think this is a welcome development to curb insecurity? And then do you think the money would be judicially utilized? Because you see, that's why I see after government approving funds, the money would not be used for that particular project. Do you think it is a welcome development?
Yeah, this is a welcome development. But I have my question. All this while, Buhari administration has come and expires. We've not gotten all these gadgets. Oh my God. All these wise, we learned that there are many tracking gadgets in form of quantum camera.
Quantum camera.
Yes, cameras in the streets. All those cameras. It might be quantum or burst camera that can, capture anybody. Capture activities at night, day, activities of all the bandits, all the armed robbers, killers at night, even day. We learned that camera has been mounted all over Abuja. I'm telling you. So I don't know that they did not do anything.
If camera has been mounted over Abuja,
we don't need all this.
FCT minister will not come and tell Nigerians
anyway,
that the president has approved tracking gadgets.
Good. The tracking gadgets has come. That's good. Now, let us see how it will be disbursed. I think understand that is how it is going to be distributed throughout the FCT because I know that already they told us that there were cameras everywhere. It is now that we know that no camera in Abuja. Then tracking gadgets.
But sorry. It's not a show of shame? Is it a FCT?
A whole FCT.
That's the Federal Capital Territory.
The seat of authority.
Diplomatic offices, and then they are not tracking camera
to
curb insecurity.
To curb insecurity in Abuja is a shame. It's a lackadaisical attitude of the government workers, of government agencies, because these gadgets, this equipment are supposed to be down in place already for so many years. Look at Buhari was there for good 8 years, no tracking device. Jonathan was there for 6 years, no tracking. Yaradua 2 years, Obasanjo 8 years. 8 years. Just it's a dance of shame. It's a show of shame. But let me tell you now, this time around, I have this to say. In America, whether there is tracking or no tracking, don't make call if you're a criminal. All these devices are with their network already, and all the security agencies, they have it attached to the network, their telephone system in America. Immediately a criminal make a call, oh my God, wherever you are, they will teach you out. In Nigeria, we are using Airtel, Glo, and so on and so forth, all these GSM phones. The same bandits are using it, making call with security officers. Nobody should track where the call is coming. My question is, are these network companies, GSM companies, not well equipped with tracking devices? It is their own responsibility too to have all these trackers down in their own network or mast or whatever system. I think understand so that if they use their network, make call. That's if they use Glo, Airtel, or MTN, make call. The security agents will know the hiding place where they are. They must track them. If it is Bagbalada, it will reflect this is Bagbalada. Suleja, they will say if it's Kwali, they will say this. If it's Asokoro, they will say. I think you understand. So it is coming too late. It's a welcome idea. It's a welcome story anyway. But the point now is how truthful, how real is it a reality? Is it just government lopsidedness? I listen to me. So what we are praying for is let it be real. It should be real.
My G,
Let it be real. If it is
Shuluko
real,
to the
I
spender.
think bye bye to insecurity at the FCT.
Thank you. It's a very nice one having you on the platform to discuss national
I go
issues.
contain them. Okay, thanks for your concern. I can manage that. So
Thank you for watching News Point TV, and you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Please share our videos and then like, comment. Thank you, everyone.